What is going on, guys? I'm SceptileMC, your George D coach. If you're San Francisco Arcaniners, here to bring you my GBA Season 7 Week 8 match against NecroStevo or the Utah Jasmine. So, I'm going to get right on into the battle. So, he decided to bring the Zapdos, the Lantern, the Hippowdon, the Swellow, the Golbat, and the Breloom. The only thing I find confusing about this team is that he brought the Lantern over the Manaphy. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, actually, but I guess he wanted to stop my Raikou from doing stuff to his team, because it is a big threat to his team, even though I didn't even bring it. But he does have the Hippowdon for that, so we'll see. We shall see. But just looking at his team, his best lead might be the Breloom or the Zapdos, in my opinion. And I have Mismagius with an Expert Belt, and Mismagius with an Expert Belt absolutely destroys every single Pokemon on his team, considering I don't think anything can OHKO me except for maybe Specs, maybe Specs Swallow. Maybe. I don't even think that would OHKO me, but I just lead off with my Mismagius, and he decides to lead off with his Zapdos. So, immediately I'm just thinking, alright, I'm going to Power Gem. Turn 1, I'm just going to go for Power Gem, see how much it does, so I can gauge the kind of set he is. And I look at that damage, I'm like, alright, that I think is a bulkier spread. I think that's max HP. And then I see the damage from the Volt Switch, and I'm like, that is most definitely max HP, I think. I don't think that's any special attack investment. And he goes into Lantern, and I'm like, alright, I'm just going to click Energy Ball. Literally, Expert Belt on this thing, I just hit everything for super effective damage. Now, that's either max special defense, or that is a AV. And judging by the damage from the Scald, he's a Soul Fest. So, I'm not going to over-predict on my Mismagius at all in this game, because all I need is to weaken everything. And he goes into Golbat right here, and I'm like, alright, let's go for the Energy Ball, see how much it does. It's probably going to do 4, as it did do 4, but that's fine. I could have tried to predict the switch. I didn't really want to predict the switch, though, in case he decided to stay in and sack off the Lantern. But I go into my Registeel right here, and all I can think about is I can get up my rocks. He can't really touch me. I can just go for my rocks here, and that's the best thing, because then I can break a potential Sash on the Breloom, as well as just put the Zapdos in range of a hit from my Mew or my Suicune. I get up my rocks right here, and that's great. Now, he might go for Defog. I thought about it. I thought about clicking Explosion, actually, but then I was like, you know what? No, he might go into, like, Hippowdon right here. So what I'm going to do is go for, well, okay. Never mind, I did not predict that. I thought I did. George, what are you doing? You thought you were better than that. No, I go for safe T-Wave. And right here, the reason I didn't predict that is that he can't touch my Mismagius at all. He would have to go for Toxic. I'm pretty sure that he's going to go for Stealth Rocks right here. Or he's going to click like an Earthquake. So his only way of hitting me is to have either the Toxic or the Ice Fang. Yeah, so he decides to switch out right there. I really thought about trying to predict the switch and go for Shadow Ball, but I did debate the fact that he could go into Swellow, and if he goes into the Swellow on a Shadow Ball, that's just like a free turn to come in, and I'm pretty sure I'd still do like 25%. Now right here, I do decide that I am just going to go for a Power Gem. I don't want this thing defogging. If it does defog, I can take it out after this and then go for a Stealth Rocks on a future turn. He does just go for a Brave Bird, though, and takes out my Mismagius, but Mismagius did its job actually perfectly, because it weakened everything on his team, or at least like half its team, and brought everything down to like half or below, and kept the rocks. Now I can go into Suicune. I calced it, even though I don't have max special attack. Because of the special attack investment I do have, I can just fire off an Ice Beam right here, and the Ice Beam is going to take out the Golbat. So that's great. Now on this next turn, I know so he goes in a Lantern, and I know there's a chance he'll predict the switch into my Garchomp and click Ice Beam. But I actually didn't care about that. For if he stayed in and went for Revolt Switch, then I get my switch into Garchomp. If he stayed in and went for Ice Beam predicting my switch, I get a free switch into my Mew. And my Mew is in a position where it can just clean up right now. I know that as he still has 5 Pokemon, but I'm still in a position where I could clean up, I think. So, I just let my Garchomp go down, and I'm like, Mew, let's see what you can do to him. So, turn 1, I'm not going to play any games. I'm just going to go for Calm Mind. We're going to see what he wants to do. I'm pretty sure at this point that he's Assault Vest. I don't think he could be any other spread. He does change up his move right here, so he's not choiced in any way. He goes for T-Bolt. Does a lot of damage, actually, for me being +1 special defense. So I do determine that to be a Assault Vest, a Modest Nature set. And right here, I calced it. I can take him out with a Psyshock, so I am just going to go for it. I didn't want to play any games just with just going for Calm Minds and like a crit Volt Switch into like the Swellow or something, and then I die. So that's why I just went for that right there. And he goes into Hippowdon. And I really wish I ran the Psychic, because this would be a much easier game if I ran the Psychic, because I wouldn't have to get up to like +6 to break the Hippowdon. I'm gonna speed this up a lot, guys. Like a lot. Like I'm speeding this up as fast as possible because I have Taunt, I do have the Roost, and it's just gonna be how fast can Mew set up and stay alive. I know every single time that he gets untaunted, I have to taunt him, and he does only about 25% to me, maybe 28 to 30% with his Earthquakes. So it's just predict the, just like use taunt at the right time and then go for your Calm Minds at the right time, and it's pretty much just going to be like that. As I'm now trying to set up a little bit, I do have to go for Calm Mind right there just so I can get it. Goes for Earthquake, brings me on a 75 health, and he switches. And he switches as I taunt the Breloom. I'm like, okay, well, he's Scarfed probably. I go for the Psyshock and take him out. And now it's just, alright, go for Taunt. Let him Earthquake me. Let's not try to fuck up this game. And we're just going to keep clicking Roost, keep clicking Taunt. Honestly, just rinse and repeat. Not give him any chance to take us out, even if he gets a crit. Goes for Ice Fang. And right now, I know that he's kind of just trying to go for the flinches or the freezes. I'm just clicking Roost to be safe. Goes for another Earthquake. And yeah, this is just I'm just waiting. He goes for Ice Fang and he misses. And now I see the opportunity to go for Psyshocks. I think I'm at +5 at this point, and I get a crit on the first attack I go for, which is kind of ironic because he's been going for crits this entire time. Wasn't able to get any crits, and now I am at +5, 75% of my health. It's 4-4, and we will see if my Mew can in fact sweep the rest of his team. So I'm going to fire off the Psyshock right here. I'm going to take out the Hippowdon on this next hit. No chance that he can survive that. It's just not possible. And we'll just see what everything else wants to actually do. So I'm going to get my leftovers, put me back up to 173 health. It's now 4-3. He goes into Swellow, and I'm just like, alright, what can Swellow do to me? Maybe if he's like U-turn Bandit, I could have a problem. Or just like Protect with the Flame Orb, and then he U-turns out repeatedly. Could be a problem, but he goes for Air Slash, and I'm like, alright, he's completely special. He gets a flinch, and I'm like, alright, that's fine. We literally recover almost all of the health he does to me back with leftovers, so I'm not concerned at all with what this Swell can do to me. Unless he flinches me 15 more times, I can't die. And I'm not going to die. And then I don't flinch, and I get the Psyshock, and the Swellow just drops. So that goes down. It's now 4-2, I believe. And all he has left is the Zapdos and I'm forgetting what the last Pokemon. He goes into Zapdos though, and we are able to just fire off the Psyshock against this thing. He's not able to survive. Judging by how we actually do, how he outspeeds here, he did have a lot of speed investment on this thing, which means he would have outsped my my Suicune anyway. But we just take him out, and that's the last Pokemon. And yeah, so we win actually 4-0 against the Utah Jasmine. Mew just swept. Mew just swept. Mew got 5 kills. Calm Mindset, just mono attacking. He didn't bring his Dark type or Steel type or Psychic type, and Mew just had a field day. So guys, anyway, that is going to be the end of the video. I know I sped up the middle part just because I feel like I had to, or else it just would have been obscenely long, because it's a 16-minute long battle on the raw file, and with this it's only like 9 minutes about. So yeah guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Next week we do play Old Man Tup, coach of the Pyratatas. You guys already know. it's a division match. It's insanely important, and picking up another win would be great because we've been kind of on a roll these past 2 weeks already, so we want to keep that going. But anyways, guys, I'm SceptileMC or George, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!